I thought I was going to sneeze. What's going on, guys? This week on my show, I have the one and only Julian Sadokha. Julian is the owner of Suburbia Studio, a studio based in Ukraine. They make outstanding 3D images. They do a lot of interior work. That's the reason why I wanted to have that conversation with him, because he's really good at making interior images. And there were a lot of questions on my channel. Hey, can you talk a little bit more about how to make better interior images? And you know, I like to look at this job always from a different perspective, not only the artistic perspective, more like workflow, client-oriented perspective. And I have to say that Julian really surprised me with this interview, because he delivered everything that I was expecting him to. And you know what? Just enough of me blah blah blah. Just enjoy this interview. Julian, first of all, thanks a lot for taking the time for doing this. I just want to jump right into this interview because I think that there are a lot of people at home that are really looking forward to kind of take a look a little bit in what goes inside your head, because you're so young, you're so talented, and I don't know, I think that this could be a very interesting interview for anybody listening from home. So Julian, for those who don't know you, tell us who you are, what you do, how old you are, so that people can hate you for how young you are, and I don't know, the floor is yours.
Okay, thanks. So, hi Fabio, first of all, I want to thank you for inviting me for this interview. I really appreciate it. So let me briefly introduce myself and my company. So I'm a 22 years old guy from Ukraine. I have an architectural education and 5 years of successful experience in the field of architectural visualization. My career started from being a freelancer, yes. And right from the beginning, I knew that I wanted to work with best customers and amazing product, because I didn't want to make ordinary images, but the best ones. Now I'm the founder and CEO of Suburbia. It's a creative company that produces top quality renders, and I surrounded myself with 3 reliable people. And now I don't need to do everything alone, but all the process is directed by me. Yes. And what else? I really fall in love every time with what we create, and that's why I can't and I don't want to stop. And our slogan is the best, be the best, work with the best, and hope till the end of interview you will understand everything by yourself.
Dude, I'm very impressed. Only 22. Crazy. At your age, I didn't even have a degree. Let's start with a couple of questions related to your work. You are a master in making interior images. I would say that it's your specialty. What made you decide to focus on this?
Okay, as I said before, I'm an architect, yes, and I'm supposed to have better skill for the exterior, yes. But I really enjoy doing interior visualization, and that's why I have more practice in it. Of course, we try not to limit our project with interiors, but we are always improving our skills in exterior as well. You know, if you are good at something, you continue doing this. Things will bring you positive emotions. However, don't forget to continue studying something new, no matter how good you are at doing something.
That's beautiful. Okay, so let's get to the core of the discussion. How do you personally approach a project? When a client reaches out to you, how does the relationship between you and the client evolve?
Yes, let's clarify all. First of all, we need to understand that we are the studio which can help our potential client if what they need us sorry if. So first of all, we need to understand that we are the studio who can help our client, and if what they need is up to the service we can provide with them.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, we try to qualify our each customer. We receive a lot of emails with small messages. These guys ask for price, terms, like etc. So we don't want to spend much time on such leads. So we have scripts for them. But if we see message that it's really nice and professional, we start communication. And for this type of prospects, we pay much more attention and efforts. Yes. Then I send them the brief and we start chatting. I would really want to have a professional manager in our team who would be with the client 24/7 and who would support him every time they need feedback. And yes, we have our soft for all tasks, to-do list, boards, and specification folder for profound management.
That's the first time that I hear somebody saying, I'm actually using a script for communication. I do that too.
Yes, I think it's very important.
Do you get to, well, you just mentioned it, but you get to choose your clients. Are you in a position to actually decline jobs that maybe are not that attractive to you when a client comes to you with, say, a terrible idea? I mean, because you have a beautiful portfolio, so I'm wondering how much did you curate of it and how much good projects do you manage to bring?
Yes, a very interesting questions. I really like it. So, to be honest, I always want to have power in getting rid of the clients that I'm not interested in. But I understand that if you are a good studio with the right philosophy that produce amazing renders, it's easy to find really good customers and build long-term relationship with them. Sometimes we really need to say yes to the client. The client who works we can post on our websites or social medias like this. So it's for one reason, to keep the studio afloat. But we don't take a very terrible projects for sure.
What are the first steps that you take when creating an image?
Okay, first of all, I want to understand what the client needs. I want to get all information they have before starting work. Unfortunately, in general, it's impossible because a client wants to see some moment, his future idea, and I can understand. So that's why the communication between our studio and the customer is very important. All moments of the project have to be clear to get the best result. And I like all the project to be well arranged, names of files and folders, structural information, and right management. So first I go to our folder with reference, which I have been collecting for 5 years or more, and I try to find some new or old materials for inspiration. And of course, I try to follow other social media resources and studios to keep up with the trends and high level quality.
Okay, so let's get a little bit more into the artistic side of making an image. Where do you get the inspiration, or what do you think about when creating or compositing a shot?
Okay. It may sound strange, but for everyone, I like taking photos and videos a lot. I like following some YouTube video makers who have very good skills in this area. Every single day, I try to take some efforts to find something good, and it's on my habits list. And I'm trying not to waste much time on social medias, but I follow some very inspirational people for me.
That's beautiful. And also like the fact that you have a to-do list of things that you remind yourself to do every day. How do you guys manage the workflow internally? Do you have like modelers? Do you have people that do lighting, texture? Or is it more of a holistic approach where everybody is working on a single image or on a single project?
Mm-hmm. Okay, to be honest, we don't have a good workflow. Correct workflow needs time, really needs time. And I tasted more than 20 messengers, apps, and various management technologies, and couldn't find appropriate ones that meet all my needs. Yes, currently we have neither a modeler nor a person who does textures. Yes, but sometimes we suffer from the lack of educated and professional people. There are some junior artists who are only learning in our team. Yes, so when we need to do a lot of modeling stuff, we have to do this work on our own. That's why it's more holistic approach where each person work on single image or in project. So, but in my opinion, it's very important to manage the process correctly, and for me, is the right way to success.
I see. Okay, so what is the one thing that you usually see your clients they fail at understanding when asking you for images? Or maybe what is the thing that you have to guide your clients with in order for them to avoid killing an image?
Okay. The main mistakes for me that stops us to get a great result is when the client don't show their vision in the right way, what they really want to sell. Therefore, you need to understand accurately what is the best way to achieve it. You need to be not only a visualizer, but also a maker and entrepreneur to know everything and to give the right advice. So actually, I didn't have clients who were really incomprehensible in visualization, but I know this is from other people. Not much time ago I thought that I sell only the image, but I was really wrong, because I sell responsibility for each image. I sell knowledge in 3D renderings and great service. Yes.
I see. That's a very nice approach, I have to say. It is crazy a little bit to think that I'm having this conversation with a guy that is as young as you. What is the biggest mistake that you often see other artists do when making their own interior renderings?
Okay, I try not to criticize people. It's really so. So I try to find only positive moments of someone's work, and it's so cool when other people do something better than me. So it motivates me to improve myself and to learn from others. However, I have noticed that many artists don't tell a story or don't want to make one. So many images just don't have any emotional effects. They don't appeal to customers, and yes, I think light and composition, in my opinion, is a basement.
I see. Okay, and I am sorry that I keep saying that you're so young, but really I see this level of maturity, and being an artist, it's also about having a certain degree of maturity, because creativity is maturity, you know what I mean? So one of the things that I want to ask you is, what do you wish you knew going back at the beginning of your career that could have helped you along the way? Although, you're still very young, but I'm pretty sure that you have had the chance to think about this already.
Yes. Okay, I started to use my brain only after my 17th birthday. Yes. So I would like to do it sooner. I have several things that I wish had known some time ago. First one, know to communicate with people who judge you and people who don't believe in you. And what can I improve in my CG career is three things. First one, I'm not afraid to ask when I don't know what to do. Second, ask for feedback from other artists. And the third, create something non-standard. The main three things.
Have you ever had situations when a client did not like your work? And if yes, how did you fix that?
Okay, such things happened with me. No one is protected from a bad feedback, to be honest, yes. There were times when there were a lot of projects to make and I was without any support. I was searching for the client, creating images for them, supporting all my projects, all this by myself. And it's unpleasant when the customer wasn't satisfied with your work. Yes, and bad experience is also experience. I took a lesson and now I know what to do and what is better to avoid. I believe that there is always a way out, though not always it's easy. I solved it by analyzing what I did wrong to avoid this in the future. And it happens, it's life, it's good, but it's just a lesson. Not always it will be easy and light, of course.
I love that. How do you overcome situations in which, you get a lot of projects and maybe you feel like you have done already certain things, so you are a little bit stuck and you need some new ideas? How do you manage that?
Okay, try not to have such feeling at all. But I have noticed in which I have a list with all my ideas, more than 100 ideas, crazy ideas. When I don't feel good, I start to look through all my notes, all my plans to overcome this pessimistic state. Yes, and when I was younger and it was just the beginning, I used to write to all people I could for some advice. And you may not believe me, but I got a lot of answer. You need to be afraid to ask other people for feedback. Yes, I think it's a very important thing.
I had a conversation yesterday with a relatively famous creative advisor, and he told me the same thing. You need mentors, you need people that can give you good advice. And yes, one thing that he said, I wish I could go back in time and look for that advice a little bit earlier. So it's cool that you already see the importance of getting that type of advice. Julian, listen, that was beautiful. I think every answer that you gave got straight to the point. I am pretty sure that people are going to enjoy this as much as I did in making it. You were a little bit worried about your English, but I think your English was fantastic. I really hope that people watching this from home, they will see value in this and maybe they can connect with you. Where can people find you? Give me a little bit your social media channels.
Instagram, Facebook, all social medias, Twitter. I will send you all my links for all social
I will
media.
put them in the description, okay?
Okay. Yes.
Julian, thank you very much. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna stop the recording so that I can say thank you to you in person, okay?
Okay.
Thanks a lot for doing this.
No problem.